Hello everybody and welcome to another stream, the Kerbacide stream. This is where we have our sandbox game. Currently we are running in with the Galileo planet pack. So all the planets in that are very different. And that's kind of the whole idea of Kerbacide, is to do something different and to have a chance to be creative. No, it's a sandbox, so we don't worry about science, we don't worry about stuff. We just try to get the various things working. And one of the things we're trying to get working at the moment is extraplanetary landing pads on another planet, surprisingly enough. And we have decided to go to Nivan. So that is where we are going today. Now, I hope you all had a good weekend. So, yes, because this is the first Monday stream. So let's get going. Alright, so where were our Kerbals last time? Let's continue where we left off. We're going to resume the game. Now, if I remember correctly, Kerbacide 3, there you go. If I remember correctly, we had just started manufacturing our manufacturing rover. Yeah, so we we're manufacturing a manufacturing rover in our orbital facility. So let's go have a look at this quickly and see what is going on there. Where are you? Space dock. This is unlike our North Korea game, which is a Korea game in that. This is playing in sandbox. It is also not using the standard Kerbal planets and stuff like that. So everything does appear to be a little bit different. Right, so let's have a look here. Show UI. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Pedro. Yeah, we just started. We literally have just started the game. Alright, so as you can see, we started manufacturing this, but we do not have enough material kits. So we need to actually get more material kits up there to do our mobile workshop lander. Now we're going to have to quickly build something with a bunch of material kits. We need at least 20,000. Yeah, we need a lot of material kits. So that is what we're going to do. We are going to build material kits. We are going to bring it up here. We are going to dock to this. And we are going to start building. So let's do that. Now there is some stuff we can actually take apart over here, which will give us more material kits, but I don't think it will be enough. Although, how much is here? Quality supplies. That's fertilizer. That's material kits. I wonder. Alright, so if I take the fertilizer out here and I put it in there, how much are we transferring? Not nearly enough. Okay, motor propellant. Okay, so out there. And honey badgers. Let's put it in there. And put it in there. So, Bethro, did you have yourself a good weekend? Did you have yourself fun? Oh, there we go. Done. Okay, so we've got all the monopropellant out. Now, is there any fuel? So we've got fuel. So out. Has everything is fine over here. Although there. No, you didn't have a good weekend. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, this weekend I had to wake up early, really early, and take Cool Cat to go get a wash. Oh, you've been sick from Friday. Oh, so your whole weekend was been sick. Yeah, that's success. That's success. Okay, so this is what we've got. We've got everything up here. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to send out one of our crew members to start taking this apart. He's going to start taking this apart, and that's going to see how much material kits we're going to get. Because these things are all empty. Economy supplies empty, fertilizer empty, nothing in there. Well, there's fertilizers, still got a little bit left, but material kits over there. The material kits will soon be empty. So if I look at material kits, okay. If I take these guys, and I do out, and I Kind of put them in there. Put them in there. Put them in there. Okay, so that's actually not a lot of material kits that we can actually transfer. That's let's try that in. It really is not. We actually don't have a lot of material kit storage. That is kind of bizarre. I expected more material kit storage. Okay, so we're not going to take these apart. Interesting. Okay, so that's not going to happen. So we're definitely going to have to bring more stuff up. 23 heat wave, 23 degrees. Alright, right now it's 31 degrees and that's normal. That's not a heat wave. But yes, I know in the UK you guys aren't used to the sun shining. I understand. It's tough. Alright, so this is not working. Alright, so we're going to have to send up a whole bunch of material kits in order to get this thing done. So let's go back to the Space Center and let's look at how we can set up material kits. Now the question is, oops, where are we gonna, I should have gone, let me have a look there. Question is, where are we gonna dock these material kits? So that's kind of our first step, is where are we gonna dock these. So let's look at the space dock. Okay, so this is our space dock. Right, now where can we dock these material kits? I'm thinking over here, this big one. Because that will give us the most, you know, the biggest capacity. Yeah, but still, 23. I don't know. It's I always lived in hot countries, so it doesn't actually. Yeah, Jake, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, so you were here last time. We were. So now we're sending up material kits to finish this build. If we look at this, we're running out of material kits. So we've got to send material kits in order to finish our rover build. So what I'm going to do is I'm just looking at a place to dock it. It will be there. We can actually use a big connection. Alright. So that's what we're going to do. Did you have a good weekend? Not like Pithral, who suffered from a heat wave. They got sick. Speaking of getting sick, at the end of this week, I'm actually going to Australia for a week. So that's going to be, I think, what's it, about 18, 19 degrees, and that's it's going to be like freezing cold. It's going to be freezing cold for me. Not going to be fun. Definitely not going to be fun. I got Monday off from school. Nice. Long weekend, yay! Nothing beats a long weekend. Alright, so let's have a look at this. We've got to do this docking port. Oh, that's actually alright. I found with the spiders, Australia doesn't have spiders. They're freaking monsters, not spiders. Jeez, I remember the huntsman the first time when I lived there. The first time I saw a huntsman. And this big thing came crawling on the wall. Christ, I freaked. Most of I2's 28-hour stream. Yeah, I did the 24-hour one. And seriously, that's hard work. That is seriously hard work. That is not something. It was meant to be 25, but it kept going. Yeah, yeah, that's, I don't know. Not something I'll repeat for a long time. I mean, I think I actually did alright with it. But seriously, it's a lot of work. It's a ton of work. Alright, so how much material kits is this? This is 60,000 material kits. That's a lot. This thing is 68 tons. Alright, so is there anything else we want to bring up besides the material kits? No, not really. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we're going to have to actually... going to need rocketers. See, this is going to be the whole tricky part. Pushing this thing is going to be really hard now. 1.73, actually, that's not too bad. I'll possibly get 30 pounds. Oh, right. Oh, you got 8 gigabytes of memory. Well, look, I mean, if you look with my PC, with everything, with all the crap I've got in KSP, it's currently using 6.6, but then I've got everything maxed out. So I've got maximum, I've got like 8K textures. I've got, you know, everything as max as possible. So normally when I do a normal game, it usually hovers about 45 gigs. So, I mean, that seems alright. Alright, so let's see now. What are we going to do with this? Is there anything smaller than the Rhino that can push us? I mean, I could try the Poodle, but that's going to be too small. No, I think we'll have to go with the Rhino. Oh, a little bit of a brownout there. Okay, the beeps. Alright, so what's this? This is 1.73. Ah, true. I've got my OBS. I've got my OBS in that running on a separate machine, running on my laptop. And my laptop, I've got a capture card capturing it. So my PC, my game PC, only worries about games. It literally doesn't need to worry about very much else. I mean, yeah, I've got Chrome and stuff like that running. Then again, I am running on 32 gigs of memory, so and yeah, if you are going to stream it at the same time, I would suggest using something like the NV encoder. Well, that KSP doesn't use too much of the GPU, so that's not a problem. Oh yeah, well, cap card, I can't, you know, it's surprising enough, cap cards are not that expensive. And again, depending on what you're using, it's could be interesting. All right, so what are we doing here? We need to dock this. So you know what I'm going to do? What happens if I have a, yes, there you go. Now that looks kind of, see, that one's empty. So what we're going to do with this is we are going to push this up. There you go. Look at that. Use the cavity. Use the cavity, Luke. The cavity. Alright, so that's 1.68. Yeah, stream through a different. I'd use my laptop with the. Yeah, well, that's basically what I've got. I've got the Ripsaw. I used to have the LGX Game Extreme, but that thing started screwing up. Of course, then I sent a support message to AverMedia who said, "Send us your DX diag." I said, "I'm not sending you my DX diag because it's got nothing to do with the shit. It's on a different computer." It looks like the hardware is screwing up. And it's like, you know, bloody AverMedia. And of course, they're not talking to me anymore. Alright, so let's have a look there. Alright, so there is... So what we're going to do is... We're going to have some sass on this. What happens if we do sass over here? I'm going to increase this up. You're on study leave. Oh, how long are you on study leave for, Petro? Study leave. Now. So we're trying to make this into like a little efficient docking machine. Right, so if we've got plenty of, these are thruster blocks. Okay, so what we're going to do is use this thing over here, and this will tell us where the best places are. You look at that, look how it's got that circle. Right, so if I put this over here, and I put this that looks like, all right, so there you go. That gives us a nice docking area. All right, so now we need batteries. Yeah, because what I said earlier is so right, MK, or that material kit supply. Yeah, so next week I'm not going to be streaming at all because I'll be in Australia. And this week I think I'm Thursday and Friday. I think I'm leaving on Thursday. We haven't, my wife's booking the tickets, so I haven't actually got the exact dates. Yeah, next week's going to be a non-stream week. That much I do know. I'm just not sure when we're actually leaving. Got to take care of some things in Australia. Oh, so this looks good. All right, now we need battery power. We've only got like 30 electric charge. We definitely need more battery power. So, if I... I wonder... I wonder if I can do this. How's that look? That so looks. Ooh. Yeah, so looks okay. Oh yeah, drop bears and hoop snakes. Drop bears and hoop snakes are seriously dangerous creatures. You know about drop bears and hoop snakes? Seriously, those things. Those things will like just chew you up and spit you right out. True story. Oh, so this has got plenty of battery power, plenty of fuel. Got some. Alright, so this thing is a good little supply craft. And it is fairly streamlined. So we have now got to get this up into. Get this up into the sky. Alright, now this. Why am I doing this? Because I want to have this. That. Alright, rocketers. Alright, so when it releases, we'll fire those rockets because we love that. We love that releasing like that. It just looks so cool. Alright, now we've got to get this into orbit. So this is where we start the build. The big one. There we go. And ooh, antenna. Although we've got a good satellite network, we don't actually really need a good antenna. Just a small one will do it. In fact, we can just do it like that. That's all we need. We literally don't need anything more than that. We've got our guidance system over there, so we actually do not need more than that. Alright, now we've got to get sort of up and away. So fuel tank. There's a big one. And engine. Although, I mean, we could use this. There's 1,200, and that's enough to lift it. I suppose this could work. Yeah, I suppose this could work. Alright, so let's decouple, add some decouplers. Should we add our little friends? Add our little friends over here. We love our friends. Right, and we are going to kind of put some external pipes on so that the fuel flows into the center. And these will be together like that. And look at that, almost 2-3, so it's almost complete. Three, 1, 2. A little bit more. Three, 4, perfect. Right, and throw these guys. There we go. Look how pretty that is. Alright, and then we can aerodynamically make it look pretty. Perfect. Alright, and then we're going to get rid of these guys. Now, of course, we do not need to parachutes or stuff like that on this. Yeah, I use the big ones because why not? We do not need to use kind of parachutes on this stuff because we are playing sandbox. So really it just needs to stand up for the launch. What's that? Okay. And let's see, these kind of have this. Have him over here. Yeah, so anyway, yesterday we took Cool Cat for a bath. Now, Cool Cat does not enjoy taking baths. Like, hey, we sent him, we've tried to send him like, we had sent him like twice already, and he was biting everybody. You know, he was no ways he was going to let them give him a wash. So yesterday we went as a family outing. We took Cool Cat to to the pet place that do the washing and stuff like that. Now, I mean, in Thailand, this little, it's a 24-hour vet and stuff like that, and animal hotel. This thing is 5 stories high. Right, 5 stories high. It's like, pets are big business over here. And so we took him there. We did it at like 8 in the morning, so there was no other animals around. That was just so there was no dogs in cages next to him and stuff like that, because he doesn't like dogs, and he doesn't like other cats either. So it was only him alone, and he actually was quite good, except when after she did the washing, she wanted to dry him. He wouldn't let her dry him. So then what they did is they've got this cage with a fan on the top, a fan on the bottom, and a fan on the side. And so you can run around inside the cage, but the fans are always going to dry him out. So you need to spend like an hour or so in there. And we went to visit him while he was in there. And he was meowing and stuff like that. But as soon as we got there, yeah, he's all happy. So so he waited until he dried, and so now he smells lovely. He's a good, fresh, clean Cool Cat. Right, so that looks good. All right, so that is our that will be our supply, our material kit supply, and this should be all right. Okay, 193. We might want to just tone this down again. There we go. Yep, that looks good. All right, so let's launch this big guy into orbit. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to launch this into orbit. We're going to catch up with the space station. We're going to dock it with the 270 miles, not compatible with 1.3. Yeah, I haven't even looked at 1.3. I've got so much stuff going that I'll have to, I suppose, when I'm away, maybe I can have a look and see what mods are available in that, and start getting it started. But I'll probably finish off this game. What I probably would like to do is I'd like to do something like the real solar system in 1.3. Hey, Sam. Alright, so what are we doing? We are going to Space dock. So we would have launched this to go with the space dock. Now, thing is, look at this. Because this is not at the equatorial orbit, we got to wait. And we could wait until it's like directly over us. What I usually do now, in this case, is I wait until it's about 400 kilometers away. Obviously, this is not going to match up with it. There we go. And this is at a height of 102. So, get this up. And let's boost. Ah, look at that. Look at that. That's a good solid rocket. Carrying 60,000 material kits. Material kits. Oh, by the way, tonight, and for the rest of the week in the evening stream, I am going to be playing some Star Trek Online. The original series character, which is currently at level 11. I think it just done the Azura battle. So if anybody wants to, on Federation sides, wants to join me in Star Trek Online, then yeah, I'm going to be playing that for the rest of the week. I was actually played so much, a different character, but I played so much over the weekend. It's actually a pretty cool game. Star Trek Online is actually a pretty cool game, I have to say. I was enjoying myself. I think I must have been on it yesterday for a good 8 hours. Oh shit! What the hell happened there? Oh, tweak scale is 1.3. Nice. And no, but importantly, as Zenton. Now the important thing is, does so that would look, yeah, that looks good. Actually, what happens if I do it like that? You see, it's still. So it really doesn't matter. I'll just do it over there, like that. Getting sucked into the MMO addiction. Yeah, well, basically, I'm a lifetime. I am a lifetime thing of. Ooh, all right. 26 seconds before. Ready for this? Okay. Fire, missile, 1, go. Go. Here we go. Go forth, my top thing. Yeah, I kind of bought a lifetime of Star Trek Online when I was in beta. So, you know, it's every now and then I go back, and it's actually but oh no. Broken. What's the mission tonight? Well, we've got to get oh, that's broken. Damn it. We've got to get just a second. Go. We've got to get this guy. He's bringing a whole lot of material kits. Right. we've got to get this to the space dock so we can build our manufacturing rover in space, so we can send that off to Niven. So remember, we got a whole lot of stuff going to Niven to try, you know, build our base on Niven. So there's a whole lot of stuff going over there, and so what we're trying to do now is we obviously have to get this manufacturing to go there to do that. Wow. That was a very efficient launch. Okay, 51. Right, so let's get rid of this. We don't actually need this anymore. Give it a little bit of boost. So we don't need that anymore. Okay. So now, when we come over here, at this point, maneuver, and we are gonna, how much is that gonna cost us? Whoops. Alright, let's see. How far apart? 76. Can we make this a bit? We're trying to get this so that it matches up with it. I played my 60s record player. 1992. In 1992. There we go. So look at that, 3.9 kilometers. You know what? That's actually not bad. That's not bad. I mean, I can try tweak it to be more. Can tweak it to be. Oops. 3.9. the Magman. Yeah, tonight I'm going to be playing that again. So if you want to join me. As definitely, yeah, the starter ships are pretty crap. But it's, oh, do you know what okay, so, other weekend I had a Romulan that was at level 53, I think. I got him up to 60. So I've got a Romulan at 60, Klingon side. My Fed guy's at 60. He's a tactical. Then I rolled another normal a science guy, a Federation science, a Federation science officer, and I think I got him up to about 13 or so. But he's using a science ship. Holy crap! The science ships are fun. Now with my one that we started the other day, the TOS one. It's actually a pretty, I enjoyed the story so far, but now he's just got into kind of, not the 23rd century, where does the next generation take place? The 25th? The 25th century for the next generation? Yeah, they have actually improved the ground quite a bit. Originally, the ground was pretty bad, but I'm kind of enjoying it. You know, it's like I said, it's a free-to-play one, so you know you don't have to spend any money on it. Obviously, it is a pay-to-win because it's cryptic. So there is that pay-to-win element. But I mean, if you're not kind of PvP and you just play it for enjoyment. It actually works pretty good. I mean, yeah, the ground, they can do a lot more with the ground, but it's, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's Star Citizen 3.0 planetary landings. Okay, it's nowhere near that. I got your alien army right here. Nice, nice. Alright, so this is going to put us, this is changing this. And what this is going to do is going to put us at course, so when we get around there, we'll be like 3.9. I have a level 19 Romulan tactical. Okay, well, the Magman, if you can get a Federation guy to like level 10 or so. Stop! Whoa. Couldn't find my key. There, that's good enough. Let's see. That's 4.3. That's actually not bad, because you see that the whole thing about this is close, but it's they still 4 kilometers apart. Yeah, so Jedema. So we are going to be playing on the Federation side. I mean, I've got the original series. Basically, I've got to the part where he's just done the Azura mission, and that's about it. So tonight we're going to continue with that. And again, if anybody wants to group up with that, that'll be fun. You fly in a group of ships. I mean, my guy's got a cruiser, but it's, you know, heals and that you don't really worry about too much at the moment. And then when you go with the ground missions, you all go together as a group. It's, you know, and then you use kind of officers to fill in. Definitely fun. So the Magman and Jedema, how was your... I hope you mentioned better looking ground. GPP... Oh yeah, this definitely, this is in Kerbal, the Galileo Planet Pack. Definitely has, you know, we're using 8K textures, so everything over here looks a lot better. Alright, so look at that, we're at 5. Now this gets to about 4.3. So what we're going to do over here is I'm actually going to just start heading towards this. Okay, you see this thing turns. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull the prograde. We're going to pull it. We are pulling that prograde onto it like that. And look at what's happened. 0.7. Nice. Yeah, the time difference is always an issue. Oh, now that is 33. Now it's fairly fast, but it's not really too much of a problem. We'll fix it up as we get closer. Look how easily this thing turns. Damn. Yeah, the Galileo Planet Pack. It's 8K. It's got some 8K textures, the planets and stuff like that. Now, if I look at, oh, it's dropped down to 3 gigs. I mean, when my game starts, it uses something like 7 gigabytes of memory. Oh yeah, there is some stuff. Well, at the moment I am not updating or changing any of my mods with the game. I am waiting for 1.3 and then I'm going to have a complete overhaul. Alright, so where is... Oh, what happened? There he is. Okay, so F4. There we go. 2.1 kilometers away. Oh shit, I have to slow down. You know, so that's why I keep my things in separate folders. I mean, I want to play with 1.3 because of the terrain fixes and stuff like that. But it's kind of, I literally need to start new games and stuff like that. So we're going to finish what we've done now. Oh, look at that. Wow, a nasty place we're getting. So 3.8. You can see kind of the. Now we're gonna dock. We want to dock it at the top there. Still coming at 3.8. Alright, so I think probably a good idea to kind of slow down to nothing now. Alright, so there we go. We stopped. Alright, so we're going to control from here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these mod guys actually do, you know, the good ones do a bunch of mods. Alright, so there we go. Set that as the target. Okay. So now, let's have a look. What mod are the rings for? Are these habitation rings? This is from Rover Dude's set of mods, and they give you basically, it's when you use them with life support and stuff like that, it definitely helps. Yeah, so I use a lot of Rover Dude stuff. That's kind of my main mod thing is parts mods is definitely Rover Dude, and then a couple of extra things. So look at that. So the docking ports are aligned now. Okay, so now now let's turn this around. Alright, so there we go. And now what we're going to do is we need to pull this back out so that these lines are green. Green means that we are behind the port. Red means we are in front of the port. So if you look at this, our thing is currently in front of it. As soon as it gets to a part where it's kind of behind it, you'll see it will turn green. We're pushing ourselves towards it. And look at that, look there. There you go. You see, now we are actually behind the port. And now we're moving away from the port. Alright, so what we are doing, I've got lots of stuff, but I'm trying to get myself closer to it by pulling it over. Because when you're dealing with something as heavy as this, you want to come in direct. Yeah, I'm not using Kerbalism. I mean, I know Kerbalism is another one that adds a lot of, a lot of these things. But I'm currently using the Rover Dude's life support system. Yeah, so what I do is, in fact, if you kind of look at my Steam at the moment, it says I'm not playing Kerbal Space Program at the moment because I make copies of the Steam folder, and then make copies of the Steam folder, and then play in those folders. And that way, if Steam updates, it doesn't actually affect me. So what we're doing is we are just bringing this guy so it's directly over. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I know there's also attack life support, which can be another interesting one. But I kind of like the rover dude one. I just find it more Kerbally. You know, it's kind of like your Kerbals don't actually die. They go into hibernation or on strike. They refuse to work. Oh, you did the photocopy too. Yeah. It's especially when there's an update about to come up, because one of the problem with mods is that when you use a lot of mods and Kerbal's about to do the update, every mod is going to break. So look at this. Oops. Just slow that down. Okay, so I've slowed us down to 0.2 meters per second and we're coming straight in. And now I'm going to put on caps lock, and that's going to give me kind of a gentler control of it. But look at that, it's sort of directly in there, and it's pretty much mashed up, so the magnets will not have to do a lot of work. That's kind of the idea. And what we're going to do is we are going to slow this down to 0.1. And as we get really close, we will turn off our SAS and our RCS. So that, you know, it doesn't kind of try to get itself, doesn't affect the magnets. Alright, so turn off SAS, turn off RCS, and let it just float in. Now the magnets should take over. Look at that. See, that is a great docking. Absolutely, there was no jiggle, there was no thing, it was just like straight on. Alright, so let's have a look at this now. Show UI. All of a sudden, see, it got everything up to there done. It was just waiting for the extra. It was waiting for those extra what do you call it? Material kits. So if you look at this, the material kits are all kind of used up. So if we look at material kits here, all the material kits are used up. So what I can do is set this one to in. In. And let's set this one to out. So we're just transferring the material kits from this other thing to the others. Wow. This actually ship does not have a lot of storage for material kits, which is a bit of a problem. Anyway, there we go. We've got all our material kits stored. Now we actually built this in space, but we need to inflate this. So what we're going to do, who's in here? The legendary dragon. We're going to take him. Okay. He's going to EVA. Oh, this is F5. Wait. Save. F5. I keep forgetting to F5. So the legendary dragon. Since we got, you can EVA. And release. Turn your little light on. Turn your... Alright, so what we did is we actually manufactured another one of these things. Okay, so he can come up to there, and he can deploy this. Now we couldn't deploy it before because we didn't have enough material kits. Look at that. I was hoping that will go the other way around. But there is lots of room. There's definitely lots of room for the Kerbals now. So he's going to go back into his little spot. Although, what he could do is... It's gonna take this apart. Nah. Nah. Oh, it does. It does use them. But I wanted to try, move as much as I could out of there. So let's go and grab onto there. Whoops. Grab. And board. Alright, so if you look at the material kits now of this. Alright, so we transferred some of them out there. See, that one's been used. Oh shit, because it's used like something like 24,000. Oh crap, have we got enough? Have we got enough for it? Oh, we don't have enough! Holy crap, we don't have enough. We actually, because we use it to inflate that thing, we use up all our material kits. We actually don't have enough. I have a plan though. I have a plan. I'll be right back. So, just going to pop into the bathroom. But we use a whole bunch of material kits to inflate that. Oh, so we actually don't have enough. Let's start this habitat as well. Crap. But I have a way to try and get us some more. Be right back. And I'm back. So will we see a rescue mission? No, we will not see a rescue mission. However, we are going to do something else. Alright, so let's have a look at this. So, material kits. Where are our material kits? Alright, so we've got material kits over here. Alright, so we're going to say this one is out. This one out. Let's just pop them into there. Right, so I'm just moving the material kits out of all the ones out of there. They say, why are you moving it out of there? What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? I have an idea. Alright, so there you go. So everything I've moved out of this. So this thing now has got nothing in it anymore. Right, there's nothing more in this thing at all. This is kind of like an empty shell of a craft. And now we're going to get our good friend, the legendary dragon, and he's going to go on his little EVA trip again. Actually, let's just board and F5 it. So he's going to go on his little EVA trip again. Turn his light on. Has he got tools? He doesn't, although we'll see if this works. I don't know if he needs tools for this. Okay, alright, so alright, so this is the top part. Okay, so this is what he's going to do. He's going to take this, because this is all docked in that, so we don't need it anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to disassemble. And look at that, 75 material kits. 75 material kits. So, we are going to take this apart. We can take everything apart. We're going to convert this whole ship into material kits. Oops. Okay. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it might be enough to build our thing without having to do a rescue. At least we won't have space junk. Now that's the other key. Is no space junk. You see how it's kind of taking everything apart. Now you've got to do it in this way because you can't disassemble something when it's got children. See, that was 4,500. Okay. How was Friday night? Holy crap, did I jump? I jumped. Alright, so let's just... I jumped like big time. Out. Yeah, I don't like those Friday nights. Maybe I can pull these. I did not like Frightening Fridays. I'm just putting it out there. Frightening Fridays are not my friend. Just saying. Alright, so we kind of... Okay, so we can disassemble this. We can disassemble that. We can disassemble that. Ah, so look at that. You see, we've got a lot. Problem is... Okay, so now we're going to do these guys. Of course, the question is... I need to make sure that these things are empty. So, material kits. Right, so you see, this is kind of filled up again. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. That's empty. Cool. Okay, they're all empty. Alright, so I'll go back to here. And this is kind of what we're doing. So this ship came out and we taken it apart and we converting all this into material kits. Come on, no. Oh, shit. Okay, this is... Oh, crap. You gotta be kidding me. I can't scrap this? I actually literally can't scrap this. Ah, there we go. Ah, so that was our supply ship. So we completely scrapped the supply ship that came up. However, there is something else we can scrap as well. This little ship that brought things up here. Because we no longer need this. You know, this brought up the supply things. We no longer need it, so we can actually scrap it. So let's do that while we're at it. Are we scrapping things? We are just going to scrap this whole thing. Now, obviously, we're getting all these surrounding things first. Hey, Texas Space Agency. What the hell is the Texas Space Agency? Is that where you send cows to space? I don't know. How's it going? Welcome to our stream where we are taking apart spacecraft to try and get material kits in order for our to build our rover in space. That is the idea. The greatest damn space agency in the world. Apparently, I heard at the Texas Space Agency, you don't wear helmets. You wear 10-gallon hats. True story. What's that? No, this is not the. This is not. This is not North Korea. There is no glorious leader here. North Korea, I don't have this. I don't have this mod. These mods. I'm gonna see this. What's this? Space Cowboys. Nice. That's awesome. And disassemble. So look at that. So we've gone and we've claimed. You know, we've taken things apart. Our delivery systems, we actually take them apart. We kind of don't. This space station is really big, isn't it? You know how many Kerbals this thing can handle? This can handle a lot of Kerbals. But anyway, so all our delivery parts, we actually take them apart because we no longer need them. this thing is... This one is still take apart, but at the moment it's our storage, so we really need more storage. What allows part deletion like that? It's the Kerbal attachment, Kerbal inventory, but a lot of this is rover dudes, you know, all these MKS mods. But yeah, it's see what it does. Where? Oh, maybe on the other side. What it does is it in order to construct things in space, you need material kits. So this will take things apart and convert them into material kits. And the problem that we had was we used up all our material kits, even though we sent another whole freight of them up. So look at that. We've got 21k material kits now from taking those things apart. So let's see how our thing is going. How our construction is going. We've got enough. We only need 10k more and we've got 20k. So we've actually got enough to build this craft now. Because what we are doing is we are building instead of launching this big rover that we want to send to Niven, which is similar to Duna. Instead of building this big rover and launching it from the space center, we decided to actually construct it in space using this space dock. And to construct things in space with the space dock, you've got to use material kits and specialized parts. Now it works. Now what this is doing, this is actually a manufacturing factory. So what this will do is will allow us to literally land this on the planet, land a bunch of material kits and specialized parts, and literally manufacture our entire colony on the actual place. Then once it's going, the drills and stuff like that will then start drilling and gathering resources, which will in turn provide, you know, run through the conversions and make more material kits and more specialized parts in order to build more stuff. At the same time, they're going to be, you know, building greenhouses and stuff like that. So this is going to be 15 minutes. So what we can do is we can just speed this up. It's a big station, isn't it? Look at it. Yeah, it's a huge ass space truck. It's literally, the truck is as big as Texas. There we go. Alright, so delete that alarm. Alright, so now we've created our huge ass truck. So now we've got a choice. We can either tear it down or we can finalize it. So let's finalize the build. And there it is. There is our big ass truck. So look at that. You see, so instead of launching this whole thing into space, we have we've literally built it in space. So it saved us the whole cost of launching. I'll show you exactly how big Texas is. I know exactly how big Texas. There you go. No, that's actually, yeah. Alright, so. Oops, can you see that? No, you can't. You can't see it's just that big. It's that big. Tiny. Look how tiny it is. You can't I can't get a good view. But it's really, it's that big. On my phone, it's that big. Texas is tiny. It's tiny. A few centimeters at least. Exactly. Look how big this is. This thing is bigger than my head. That's huge. Yeah, well. Okay, so. I mean, if you're talking about real sizes, I mean, I come from South Africa, which is a pretty huge place. I lived in Australia, which is even huger. Yeah, Texas is not, it's a state. It's not that big. I mean, on a map, it's just tiny. Alright, so anyway, so now we've got this. Now the problem with this type of construction is it's in here with one small problem. All the fuel and that is completely empty. So if I look at my fuel, if I look at all the fuel on there, okay, everything is empty. So we're going to change these to all intakes, and that's what I like about this alternative resource panel is instead of trying to kind of right click everything, you know, it's got this really cool thing going. So you see, I'm saying which things are sucking this in. So it's sucking in all this. It's going to suck in all this fuel to these things. All right. So that's all the fuel. Now we're going to send out the fuel from, from this big one over here. So out. All right. So all the fuel is sucking out from these big fuel tanks, and look at that. It's filling up all these tanks. Right, so basically, so there you go. Everything is, so all these tanks now are full. What is that? Oh yeah, Australia compared to Texas. Yeah, it's oh, you know, there's a certain, okay, so the maps that they currently use, this is an interesting thing actually. The maps that they currently use, you know, the global, the sort of, you know, when they lay a map out flat, you know, like a world map. When it's flat, they're different styles of doing the world map. The one that they currently use actually bloats the northern hemisphere places and makes them seem bigger than the southern hemisphere stuff. Oh, you know about that? Yeah. So what it does is, you know, because, you know, obviously the Earth is round, so trying to represent it on flat paper, they're different approaches, and the current one actually makes the northern hemisphere stuff look a lot bigger than the southern hemisphere. So you look at the US and you say, oh, the US is so big compared to Africa, but actually Africa makes the US minute. Yeah, I know it's not intentionally, but they're different styles. They're different styles of the map. You know, so it's looking at the flat map, it really does distort things completely, because Africa is absolutely massive, yet on the flat maps it doesn't look that massive. Actually, wait, I'm gonna have to wait. I have to. You got me. South. Let me have a look here. Let me see. Ah, there you go. Map fight. Map fight. So that's South Africa. That's Texas. Ooh, Africa. Africa versus Africa versus Australia. Oh, this map fight is awesome. Australia. Look at that. Look at that. Africa versus Australia. Look at that difference. I mean, Australia barely fits into the bulge of Africa. Yeah, I don't. I have no idea. I just did a search. And that's and you see, it's got the square kilometers. That okay. So Africa versus North America. Actually, they got United States. I wonder if they got United States. So yeah, the things you learn. But yeah, it's definitely an issue with the maps. Is the way it's represented. Is yeah, just so. Oh, okay. Well, then let's do North America. Oh, there you go, North America. So wow, look at that. It means that Canada is actually pretty huge. That's Africa versus North America. So they're actually. I didn't expect that. Actually, what is Africa versus South America? The whole of South America. Yeah. Talk about, you see, this is what happens on my stream. We get sidetracked. South America. You see, and on the maps, it looks very different. Oh, let's have a look at. Oh, wait. Yeah, we've got to compare where I am. So let's look at Thailand. Thailand versus Texas. I live in Thailand versus. I didn't expect that. Okay, so Texas is bigger than Thailand. Texas is bigger than Thailand. Oh, this map fight is awesome. I have to remember this one. Yes, we are stuck. Yeah. I mean, there's that as well, but you know, it's kind of like the map fight. Okay. What's that? Oh, somebody's hammering something. Okay, so let's see. What else can we do over here? So, actually, these guys they've got solid fuel. Right, so solid fuel. Those guys are full. Oh, supplies. Oh. So we're going to lock that in and out and out. So we're filling up the supply container. So the Kerbals are going to need supplies to live. Now, is there anything else that we need to fill up on this thing? Okay, so there's supplies. Machinery. Oh. Okay, so in. And let's take from here. There we go. So we've got machinery. Okay. So this is what's really cool about this thing is it's recyclables, material kits. Alright, so this has got no material kits or anything like that. Now, so this thing can manufacture, this thing will be able to manufacture stuff as well. This whole thing. So when we land on Niven, this thing will be able to manufacture stuff. That looks fine. Alright, so we're kind of ready to go. Let's send this antenna. Alright, so now show UI. Alright, so everything's maxed out and release. Alright. Alright, so if I space T and just kind of move this away a bit. Alright, okay, so you see this will push it towards the planet. So it's not using all the engines. Okay. So there you go, our space truck is ready to go. Look at him. Now this has got a generator on top. Lights on, lights off. Alright, I subscribe, no! No, that's not the way it works. It's basically you're automatically a subscriber of your own channel so that you can use dank emotes like this one, this one, this one, there you go. So there you go, see? If I was not subscribed to myself, I would not be able to use those emotes. In fact, you see, I've actually got a whole bunch of new emotes added, which I need to actually add in eventually. I'm just not sure which ones to put in at the moment. Alright, so this is our space truck. This guy is ready to go to Niven. Now, as you can see, the way this was constructed, we didn't have any of the niceties for launch and that sort of stuff. This is just kind of as it is. Alright, I can remove this now. It has 50 ID to sub with. Okay. So, alright, so this one is kind of ready to go. We just need to wait for the time on which to launch it. Now we are naming this one. Okay, so let's just rename this one. No, not launchpad. Rename vessel. Mobile workshop lander. Okay, that's fine. And let's look at our 39 days. Alright, so the other thing we got to launch, because this thing is going to be entirely useless unless it has material kits and special and
they are out there watching.
And Cybermind, thank you for that host. So this is going to be especially useless unless we've got, I mean, you've got the kind of this UI construction thing, but unless we have a bunch of material kits. Morning, Agus. Unless we've got a bunch of material kits and specialized parts, we literally can't build anything. So we've got to kind of build supply runs to go there as well. Now the problem that we've got, do we have a problem with that? I'm not sure if we have a problem. Alright, so we've got to launch those things. So let's have a look. Go back to our space center. What is that? Wow. Yeah, but you can't use them in other channels. Nice try there. Oh, yeah, where's, actually, let me actually show you something. Alright, so look at these other ones that I've got already made. Oh, thanks, Cybermind. Really appreciate it. I appreciate any hosts. It definitely helps. Alright, so these are the emotes that, some of the new emotes that I'm looking at adding. We've got the angry one, or the bad. Not cool cat. That's that. My wife wanted that one just for herself to use. Thumbs up. The salute 07. So I'm gonna probably add these to Beach TV. And stop. So those are just, so the person did some extra emotes for me. The stop, salute, thumbs down, thumbs up. And so those are the kind of extra ones we want to add on. UFO cool cat. Oh no, well there is UFO cat. Is that it? UFO cat? There's that one, which is a BTTV one. But my when the person was making emotes, my wife said to her, "Oh, here's a picture. Make do that one." So I don't know whether to use that one or not. I don't know how good that will look small. Alright, so what we're going to do is we've got 39 days to prepare for the Nivan launch, to launch everything to Nivan. So we've got to have a lot of we've got to have supplies and stuff like that landed. Now we've got we've got a whole bunch of probes already, but what we need to do is we've got these. Oh, you mean because a lot of the ones that I did at the beginning were like the devil and stuff like that were once unmade. So we'll see. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I could just take one channel emotes and just say, okay, make these same ones, but I like to be different. Nice and colorful and stuff like that. There are no kappas or gotchagasms or... Those are already there. So do I need to repeat that? No. Right, so let's have a look at this. Alright, so I'm just putting that there. And if I look at logistics. Okay. So these are like 5-meter containers. Right, this is 5-meter containers. That's 3.75. That's... yeah. UFO Kappa. What would the UFO Kappa be? Oh, Alien Kappa. Okay, so Alien Kappa. Basically, if we take the Kappa, we give him some like little things like that, and we make him green. See, that's something I could do quite easily. But that could be a UFO Kappa. Because we're not sarcastic in this channel at all, ever. Sarcasm is not one of our things that we do. Now there is the other thing that we could do. Remember in the last game, we had one of these trucks to move stuff around. So we might need to do that as well. Now to move that into a position that's close to the other one. Let's try that quickly. Oh, why am I hungry all of a sudden? Like literally I just got hungry. It's just like, I had lunch, but literally I just got hungry. Like literally the second I said, I'm hungry. Don't know why. Very weird. I think talking about supplies makes me hungry. Alright, so this is what we are going to do now. We are first going to take one of these guys. Is it Memorial Day in South Africa as well? I have no idea. I'm not in South Africa. I wouldn't know. I am South African. In fact, I'm actually, citizenship-wise, I'm actually Australian, but I was born in South Africa. But I left South Africa in about 94, and I've lived in lots of different countries, but now I live in Thailand. So yes, you are watching me from Thailand. But I'm actually, citizenship-wise, I'm actually Australian. Now we're live from Thailand, in Bangkok, Thailand. So yes, it's very confuddling. I like to confuddle people. Ooh. Military? No. Although I was in the South African military. Aha, there we go. This is what we want. So, what if we do this? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I know what I'm going to do. You're an Australian from South Africa living in Thailand. Yep. Sounds legit. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Oh, just a second. Sorry, that was a call from Australia. Alright, so wait. What? I'm not ordering a curry. I could just walk out to the cafe and get a curry. Oh, a nice green curry, delicious. Or Penang. Penang. I like some Penang. Food here is absolutely yummy. And Brithro, I haven't formed into an Australian adult. He's only got 2 legs and not 8. Could be a drop there. I'm a Canadian from Canada, living in Canada. Whoa! That's a bit of a mouthful there. Right, so we've got that there. We've got that there. Do we need a counterweight? Yeah, we don't really. What we are going to have is that. Okay. Is it really the Wild West in Thailand? Well, Thailand is east. So, probably not, no. Thailand is awesome. Love Thailand. Definitely happy over here. Oh, so we're going to make our little spider ship. These things are great. This is, again, part of Rover Dude stuff. Oops, there. So this is part of the Rover Dude mods. And what this is this will be a great little thing that we'll be able to carry our stuff around. No, it's... Where did people hear about lawless and stuff like that in Thailand? I mean, there's also the thing about everybody thinks in, Thailand, it's full of, hookers and prostitutes and sex tourism and blah, blah, blah. No, you want that. There are certain places, like, for example, like Pattaya is kind of a sex tourism spot. But the Thai people, let's put it this way. The Thai people are very different from what you think they are. What's a nice way of putting this? For example, well, actually, my wife took me there. She took me to Pattaya to, because it's actually a nice, fun place. I went bungee jumping over there. It's a nice, fun place, but there are lots of pubs and things like that. But there's so many foreigners. It just makes it horrible. But yeah, Thailand's a very the Thai people are very different from what you think they are. For example, over here in Thailand, it's actually considered. For example, you won't find kissing in public is frowned upon in Thailand. It's not something that that Thai people, even holding hands is very risque in Thai culture. Not something that you'll find Thais doing. Yes, and that's because of the American sailors during the wars. They kind of they docked and stuff like that, and they, you know, want to have a party and, you know, all the usual type sailor stuff. So what they did was they said, okay, well, this is bringing the country money. Let's allow prostitution to be legal in this particular area, you know, and with, you know, with certain laws and stuff like that, and that will get the people that want to do sex tourism instead of, you know, confine it to one area that they can control, pretty much like you've got in the Netherlands with the you know, with the coffee shops and stuff like that. Yeah, but let's put it this way. Sex tourism in any country is pretty damn commonplace. It's not like it's something new. Half the time you don't hear about it. Yeah, it's out in the open and stuff like that. But of course, the rest of Thais look down on people from those, you know, from those places. Yeah, because it's not morally good. But at the same time, the way the Thai culture is with, you know, it's like, let's put it this way. It's what other people do isn't really, you don't have the whole religious bashing and stuff like that over here. I mean, you know, it's so funny. You go out into the Bangkok, and you've got traffic where you can sit in for an hour in literally backed up traffic. People have made their own lanes and stuff like that, and the traffic hardly moves and stuff like that. Yet you will not hear anybody hooting, or, you know, or what do you call it in America, playing your horn or whatever it is. You won't hear it. It doesn't exist. It's that's life. Just deal with it. Hooting and making everybody angry doesn't do any good, so they just don't do it. Yeah, Thailand is famous for one particular area because of during the wars and the sailors dropping off there. So it's kind of it brought them a lot of business and stuff like that, and tourism is huge in Thailand. Yeah, well, in South Africa, I grew up, it's called a hooter. Beep, beep, that's a hooter. Different countries, it's like, for example, you know, like around in the UK, they have a roundabout for traffic control. In South Africa, they call it a circle. The traffic light in South Africa, we call it a robot. A robot. The robot tells you when to go and stop. Well, yeah, those are hooters. In fact, there's a whole there's a few. I mean, look, the world's got some place in the world have got some really strange thing. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a cockpit. For this. Cockpit. That's a... Where is... That's a mobile workshop. Auto submersible. Ah, here we go. There's like a little cockpit. What do you call the bit of clothing under your trousers? Commando? Oh, you mean like underwear? Okay, wait, I gotta tell you something funny. This is growing up in South Africa with the computers. You know the 5.25 inch discs? The 5.25 inch discs. Those were floppy disks, right? Because they're floppy. They used to do like that, and they used to be floppy. And then you got the 3.5 inch discs. Those were, now those are the new, sort of became the new floppies. In South Africa, a floppy was the 5.25 inch disc, and a stiffy was the 3.5 inch disc, because it was stiff. You couldn't bend it. So you got the floppies and stiffies. No, the 3.5s were called stiffies. You see, different countries have different. It's like it's bizarre, and it's I like, for example, you guys, you put gas in your car. No, gas is used on the stove. You put petrol in your car because it's liquid. Gas is a gas. So yeah, you had floppy, stiffies, and hards. Those are the discs: floppy, stiffy, and hard. Alright, so Disky, let's go for it. Is it a dad joke? Because we know you're good at making dad jokes. And what am I gonna do over here? I need heat. Oh, so that will be alright. What's it different? Go for it. What's the difference? Three dicks in a check. We started with the mama jokes. Your mama is so big, she creates her own gravity well. Your mama is so... mama jokes. Yeah. Sorry, it's just not very good. Not a very good joke. Not a dad joke, but not a very good one. Okay, so let's see, what have we got here? We've got... How many elephants fit in a mini? What am I doing? I'm getting this. Alright, so what we're doing is I just want to... Okay, so we got this guy over here, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that this thing can take this stuff. So... I don't know if you've got everything in your fridge. Footprints in the bottom. Yeah, it's not really... What do you call a metal thing you push in a store to carry what you're going to buy? What, a trolley? Yes. Did you know elephants are actually the stealthiest sort of tree climbers that there are? I mean, have you ever seen an elephant in a tree? Aha! Alright, so what I am doing is let's 3.75 container. Okay. So we are going to take this. Oops. This one. Okay, there we go. And now, actually want to bring this up a bit. Alright, now the reason I'm doing this is because it's for testing purposes. It's a joke about seeing your bum in the tree. I've got to say, the level of joke. Alright, so cargo carrier. Alright, so let's have a look at this. Save and launch. Okay, so we want to make sure that this thing can actually carry a 3.75 thing, because we want to have these 3.75s on there and we want to load it with stuff. So we just got to make sure. Okay, so firstly, oh, you know what this is actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's revert this flight, revert displace plane hanger. And alright, the jokes are getting bad. The jokes are getting really bad. Let's probably give the jokes a bit of a hold. Alright, so I'm just going to wait till morning. Okay, so we can actually see stuff better. Alright, so what we're going to do is we just want to make sure that this little cargo carrier, because what we need is this cargo carrier to be able to bring stuff to where we need it to be. Alright, so here it is. Alright, so let's have a look here. Alright, okay, let's just close this. Okay, so let's get rid of those. Yeah, which, okay, that's broken. Alright, now this thing. Alright, so let's, steering inverted. Steering inverted. Okay, well, this thing doesn't look... Oh, so I just need to figure this out. Alright, so this is kind of a little bit not quite ideal. See, the thing about this is that when you send it to another planet, it folds up. Oops, shit. Oops. Let's just revert this to the launch. Alright, so let's have a look. Nice folding. That's a mighty fine folding there. Okay, but what we're going to do is... see, over here, this is... Alright, so that's 3.75. The 3.75 seems alright. See, you've got your magnet strength. What the actual hell? Alright, too strong. Testing proved successful. Yeah. Oh, and you know it's the Magman? Ah, yeah, Kenny. Yeah, the Magman, the thing about this is 1.3 has actually fixed up the problem that we were having. 1.3 actually fixed that up. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so enable magnet. I can now start the magnet strength slowly. There we go. Alright, because there's nothing on here. Alright, so you see this is kind of... So this is how this thing will move this stuff around. Yeah, so 1.3, actually the problem with crossing the seams of the terrain was causing things to blow up. 1.3 actually has a fix for that. Right, so they... break. See, crossing those seams used to cause our stuff to blow up. But on 1.3, that is apparently fixed up. So, disable magnet. And let's... Okay, go. Now, let's try this. Okay, so that's a little bit right. Getting down on higher gravity, not a good idea. And Texas Agency, Space Agency, thank you for the follow and welcome to the Alien Army. Kenny, are you trying to get? Are you struggling with 1.3? If you're trying to get 1.3 working, and you've got mods in the game, what you need to do is totally delete the game data folder and do a Steam verify. And what that will do is that will re-download kind of the game data, but you won't have any mods in there because none of the mods will work. None of the mods will, sort of the old mods will not work with 1.3. And in fact, this is anytime KSP updates, the mods will break it. And yeah, a new save. And that's why I always suggest making a copy of your folder, because until all your mods work, the saves could be corrupt. The mods will definitely cause the thing to crash. Yeah, but I'm not running 1.3. I'm running 1.2. I'm running 1.22. I haven't updated to 1.3. So I haven't updated to 1.3. I'm only on 1.22. So it's yeah, I haven't, because yeah, this is still 1.2. This is not 1.3. That's why we still got those seam terrains. We still got the same thing, and this is why I made a copy of my folder, and it's and so I'm playing the old version. I'm not playing the new version. If I play, well, I'll play the new version once all the mods come out. So you can play vanilla 1.3, but you can't play a modded 1.3. However, people have been reporting that a lot of the mods are available. Now, let me actually have a look. Normally there is a Reddit, there's normally a Reddit thread. Let's see. Click here. Now normally they've got on the Reddit, somebody usually has a thread for keeping track of what mods are actually available. Let me see if there's... Okay, I'm not seeing anything over there yet. But usually after a new patch arrives, unless the person who usually does that isn't doing it this time. the mod list. Would this be the one? Oh, that's 2 months ago. Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing it at the moment on the subreddit, because usually if you look at the subreddit, there's kind of a thing over here. One of these posts will kind of have mods available on 1.3. New patch. Yeah, KSP 1.3 mods so far. There we go. Boom. Let me post this in chat. Okay, there it is. All right. So this is what every time there's a new thing, somebody always does something like this in the subreddit. And what it is, all right, but yeah. So these kind of tell you all the mods that have really been released for 1.3 and what works and what doesn't work and stuff like that. Hey Torsten, so yeah, so look at that to see if there's mods are available. Now there might be some in CCAN, but CCAN usually is a little bit delayed in getting the stuff on there. But I mean, if you want to do manual stuff, it's there. Like for example, Kerbal Inventory and Kerbal Attachment System is there. Weak Scale is there. Somebody mentioned that this morning. Engineer sorta works. So there's not a hell of a lot yet. Although somebody was saying up to 212. So we'll see what's going on. But yeah, that's kind of what I would do. Is I'll keep my eye out on that and to see what works or what doesn't work. Right, so let's go back to the tracking station, or no, to the revert this. Back to this place pane. Yeah, I mean engineer is something I definitely have to use. It's worth it. All right, so this thing will take 3.775 stuff. Will it, however? Will it ever take 5 meter stuff? So let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's a 3.75 and that's a 5 meter. So we can have a look if it's Alright, so save and launch. And what we're going to do, obviously, with this thing is we want to have it in a way that works. Now, I could probably take my copy of the old one. No, once you've downloaded it, you'd have to get a copy of the old one. You'd have to get a complete copy of the old one. This is kind of it's one of the things I said at the very beginning of the tutorial when I did that tutorial series is to, make a copy of your modded one. So if something happens, you can always go back to it. So let's have a look. Alright, so this thing will not pick up the 5 meter ones. Yeah, you see, we can't even get over the 5 meter ones. So the only thing you can do, Kenny, is just start a new save game. Remove all your mods, start a new one, and just add what mods you can. I don't know how else you can get around it. I mean, unless you can get a hold of 1.22 and then you copy your mods and your save games over. It looks like you can download the previous version of the KSP. Oh yeah, maybe you can. Yeah, if you can do that, then maybe that's the way to do it. Yeah, it always updates. Well, Steam will always put the latest one over. Steam always gives you the latest one. So let's actually have a look. Right, so let's go to the library and Kerbal Space Program. And properties. Okay. You see, I'm not actually. You can see I'm not actually playing it at the moment because I'm playing in a copy. So always keep the game up to date. So you can always set this to. Yeah, always keep only upgrade this game when I launch it. Alright, so you see most of them is always view Kerbal update history. Alright, so there's your local files betas. Alright, there you go. So this is what you would do. So there you go, Kenny. So if you go into you click on that, and then it will download 1.22 again for you. Because I think they know that this is a problem. That once a new version comes up, people that don't know kind of get this thing. Well, what is it downloading? Alright, now it's downloading 1.22, which I don't want it to. Alright, so none, opt out of all betas. Alright, so there we go. So yeah, just doing it that should revert it back to your previous one. I mean, there are some people that are still playing 105 because of mods and stuff like that. Yeah, Torsten, I'm the same. I'm the same. Originally I had it until it broke a few times. Now, what I do is I keep my Steam one up to date. But I have like a different one. For example, for me, my North Korea game has completely different mods from what my sandbox game does, and especially since I've got different planetary systems and stuff like that, it's it all makes a difference. Well, however, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go grab myself a cup of coffee quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Kenny, so it worked. Okay, that's good news. Alright, so what we know is that this thing can't do... It can't get the 5 meter ones. It can, however, do the 7 meter ones. Now we've also got a little nuclear engine over here. You can start this reactor.